Hey everybody, it is Thursday again and it's time for me to do my Thursday training. I should post ahead of time if there's anything specific people want training on, but I seem to feel like I do well with mindset. I wouldn't even call it training, I don't even like that word. But mindset is kind of my thing because mindset is where everything really shifted for me. So I wanted to talk today about you and you basically being the foundation of everything. And that includes your business because a lot of us, you know, we can get kind of down if we don't hit our rank or someone quit or something happened or, you know, whatever it is. The key to everything is you. And this took me a long time to learn, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's just my particular journey that I was on. Realizing that I had the power to do anything and everything that I want. But in the past, I would make other things priority. Or I would make too many things priority at one time. And what you need to understand is that if you aren't in your right mindset, in your most powerful, confident mindset, you are not building a sturdy foundation. So you can be signing up tons of customers and all this other stuff, which sounds amazing, and it is. But it'd be like building a house on a foundation that's not very sturdy. I mean, that if you're going to build a building or a house or whatever, you're going to really want that foundation to be really strong and really just awesome, and it's just ready to start building the structure. Because some things that have happened to me multiple times in other businesses, and this business very early on, is I built pretty fast, and it was great, but it all came tumbling down and it really affected me. But I didn't have that sturdy foundation in me and myself. So you need to figure out why you're doing this, what's important to you, who you are, and what kind of an impact you want to have. Because you need that foundation to be so strong and so compact and so ready to build this business. Or if you want to, I'm very visual, if you want to build this house, this home on this foundation, you have got to make sure that foundation is the best foundation that you've ever built. So you have to work on yourself. And that means you have to look good and hard at yourself and see where you're lacking, where you can improve. I have so many thoughts coming into my head right now. Because if you know me at all, I don't write notes. I can't keep track of all of that. It's just very in the moment. It flows a lot. But you need to know who you are and work on yourself. And that doesn't always mean being super busy all the time. Sometimes slowing down to focus on the smaller things and really getting those smaller things down and making them priority is going to give you the biggest progress and the biggest push in the right direction. Me, for example, because that's really the only example I have, I am not super good with time management, and I have a good routine. But when I can commit to small things for a long period of time, I start creating those habits. And as I create those habits, they just naturally flow. So for instance, a lot of people, they're like, well, I want to recruit more. I want to build more. What do you do? How do you do this? Well, I started off working on myself. One of the things, I didn't feel I communicated well with people. I didn't do social media well. I wasn't getting interaction. I didn't understand it because you're like, I'm posting about my product and nobody's commenting anything. And I talk about this a lot. So you're like, Morgan, we've heard this already. I'm sorry, but this is what I do. I think for a year now, I've been doing my question of the day, which is strictly just interactive. It's not about business at all. It is just interacting with people. And it is the simplest thing, but it has taken time. But I have built a very good foundation with that. I have a good following of people, not all of them by Hempworx, not all of them are on my team, and that's okay. I have a following of people that genuinely enjoy interacting with me, and I enjoy interacting back with them. And that is part of me. That is part of my job. That is something very simple that I have stuck to with a year and that I will continue to stick with. Maybe that's for you, maybe it's not. But my point is, find the small things that you can be consistent with over time. And over time, you're going to realize that you've been building a foundation on these tiny, seemingly insignificant things, but that actually have a massive impact just on your reality, on your life, on your business. So I'm trying to think, what's the moral of this story? Work on yourself. See where you're lacking and do something about it. Maybe you need to read more. Maybe you have to get up early in the morning so that you have more time to commit to the business. That's what I had to do. I am not a morning person. I hate mornings. But November 1st, I started getting up and at 6 a.m. so that I had 2 hours before my kids got up so I could shower, meditate, post my question of the day, do whatever I needed to do. And that gave me space, and that has made a huge impact. Something that seems not important at all has had a huge effect on something else. And sometimes looking at yourself and your negative qualities is not something you want to do. We kind of want to push that aside and ignore it and just be like, oh, if I just work on these other things and I ignore this one thing, it'll all be okay. It will never be okay if you continue to ignore what keeps coming up needing your attention. If it keeps coming up, that is your conscience, that's source, whatever you want to call it, telling you need to address this or it's never going to go away. You can work on all these other things, but this one thing, whatever it is, this one thing here is going to stick around forever until you deal with it. So you have to look at those parts and decide what you're going to do about them. It doesn't have to be major progress. It just has to, first of all, awareness, need attention, and then figure out what you can do about it. Because you are the foundation for every single thing in your life. And that includes this business. If you don't work on yourself, it's all going to come tumbling down at one point or another. Because that has happened to me several times. And it's really exciting to see the foundation that I'm building now and the positive effect that it is having on every aspect of my life. And I want that for all of you. So while this wasn't a Hempworx training, how to use the back office or how to recruit, you are important. And that's what I like to focus on, is the mindset. The mindset of you. You are capable of so much more than you know. You just have to believe in yourself, and you have to give yourself the time and allow yourself the effort to build that foundation of you. So, thank you for watching. Sorry, I feel like I was a little bit scatterbrained today, but that's how I do things, and that's okay with me. So, comment if you have anything else you want me to talk about, if you've made it to the end of this kind of long video, and you have things that you would like me to talk about, or train or whatever, let me know, because I'm open to suggestions. We're all a team. We learn together and we grow together. So I hope you have an awesome Thursday, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.